Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back to another Sims 4 video. Today is another episode of Love It or List It, the series on my channel where I attempt to renovate all of the default EA homes into something a little bit nicer and a little bit up to all of our standards. So here you can see I'm in Sulani, so that is the world that came with the Island Living expansion pack, and this is, you guys know, hands down, my favorite world and my favorite expansion pack, I think. Or is it Discovery University? I can't really tell. I think for building, definitely Sulani is just one of my favorites. I was so hyped when the Island Living expansion pack came out, but this is the little kind of like shack home that is under the volcano area. You guys probably know it's that like kind of ugly, random, I don't even know what kind of home this is. It's so random and just kind of ugly, not gonna lie. So we're gonna fix it up into something a little bit nicer. I didn't do a tour beforehand because the video is gonna be too long, so you guys can kind of just see the before and what I'm doing. So basically it was this blue shack with this green roof, and you can see there's a little outhouse in the corner of the lot. So clearly they couldn't fit a real bathroom into the home, so they put a little outhouse out there, which I don't mind. I mean, I like the concept, it's really cute, so I end up actually keeping that. I also end up keeping the general color scheme of the exterior because, as you guys know, when I renovate, I don't like to completely change the build completely. I want it to still resemble the old build. I just want it to have it like spruced up a bit and a little bit up to, you know, my style and my standard, but I never want to make it look completely different. So in that regard, I have kept the blue coloring and I've kept the roofing. I just make it a little bit more symmetrical because for some reason it was lopsided. I don't really know why they did that. Like, it's not hard to just make it symmetrical and not lopsided. Also, the windows were just a little underwhelming. So I make it feel a little bit more open and a little bit just a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, if you know what I mean. I also make quite a few landscape changes too, so you'll see me do that later. I'm pretty proud of it. But as you can see here, what I've pretty much done is I've changed the kind of roofing, or not roofing, the windows and the doors and stuff to the white color. It used to be that gray color. So with this renovation, I tried to make it feel kind of as realistic as possible. So what I've done is imagined that, you know, they have this shack and they made like little like additions and renovations to it. So maybe they added this kind of like glass awning at the front. Maybe it's kind of like a solar powered thing or something like that to make it a little bit more modern. They've given the windows like a fresh coat of paint so that it's a little bit more white because it was gray before. They've added just a couple little things and touches here and there to make the shack a little bit more elevated and a little bit more renovated. Also, usually I give myself a budget for these Love It or List It renovations, but today I decided not to. I just wanted to make this as good as possible without, you know, having to worry about money, because this one definitely needed a lot of work. But here you can see I'm doing the pond area. So this is what I was talking about when I said I was really proud of my landscaping. There was just a lot of like dead space on the left side of the lot, so I figured, why not, since this is like a beach lot and an island themed lot, why not give them a little zen little body of water. So you'll see when I do the interior, I kind of have a family in mind. So I actually end up making this a family home, spoiler alert, but yeah, it's a 2-bedroom home. So there's a double bed for like 2 parents, and then there is a kid's bedroom for their little girl. So I figured that this family kind of, maybe they lived in like the city or something, and they decided to just like pick up, get up, and go move to like an island, to this abandoned little shack and stuff, and live in tranquility under a volcano. But yeah, you'll see that when I do the interior, but I thought it would be nice for them to have like a really beautiful pond type of thing out in their yard because yeah, I don't know, it just feels really luxurious and really, really pretty. I really love how it turned out, and I've never really done that before. I don't think I've ever given my builds a pond or used the pond tool ever. So pretty adventurous of me to try. I feel like now that I've gotten all of the packs, which I said in my last video, I finally got every single pack, I am beginning to get a lot more adventurous with my building and just my landscaping and everything. And it's nothing I couldn't have done before, but for some reason I'm just feeling a lot more inspired lately with a lot of new items, and I just want to try different things. So I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. I definitely feel like it still looks like the original build, because when you actually step back and think about it, when you compare like the before and after, I didn't change much of like the structure. I just added landscaping and like moved a few walls here and there to make it look symmetrical, but in the grand scheme of things, I didn't change that much outside. So that's what I really love about how this renovation turned out, is it's something that the Sims team probably could have done themselves had they just put like an extra 30 minutes of effort into the build. And, you know, I feel like that's kind of like a reoccurring theme or trend with the default EA builds, is sometimes they're almost there. It's just like, if they just put in like a little bit more effort, it could have made a little bit more sense, because sometimes it seems like they just like slap windows on here and there and there isn't much thought put into it. And I feel like I'm almost certain that they do it on purpose at this point, just so that we can renovate it and make it nicer, which I'm totally fine with, because I love renovating stuff. So if they were too good, I wouldn't be able to renovate them. So here you can see we're working on the bathroom, or like the outhouse or whatever it is. And I thought it was so weird how they put the like public restroom door on it, like the restroom door that says like, you know, the male female symbol, like bathroom symbol. Like nobody uses that in real life for their personal like residential home. That's like a public bathroom thing. So I thought that was super weird. But I did replace the door with the island living door. And yeah, this is just a basic bathroom. I hate doing bathrooms, so I should have cut this footage out, but I decided not to. But one thing I did want to say is thank you guys so much for 20,000 subscribers. We just hit that yesterday. By the time this video goes up probably like 1 or 2 days ago. But yeah, it's super cool. It's kind of like a weird feeling. I can't remember if I've mentioned this before, but I talk about this a lot with my family and stuff, is that my effort into my videos and my channel is always the same. Like whether I had 200 subscribers or 20,000 subscribers, like on my side, things don't really change. Like I still put in the same amount of effort into my builds and my videos and my voiceovers. It's just like there's more of you guys watching. So it's kind of like a weird feeling for me, because it's like my life is going on just as normal. You know, I'm making videos, I'm doing renovations, I still have like a 9-to-5 office job that I go to every day, but then I come back and there's just like more people watching. So yeah, it's kind of a weird feeling. Maybe I'm not like describing it very well, but yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna like keep it up, I guess. Like it's cool. It's cool. So yeah, thank you guys so much for sticking around. And I hope that I can keep doing these videos for many more years, and I hope that you guys continue to enjoy these videos. As always, leave any feedback you want down below and let me know what else you guys want to see. Keep submitting photos for my curb appeal series. I've gotten a lot of great submissions that I plan to build in future videos, so I really appreciate that, and I want to get you guys as involved as possible in my channel so that I can create stuff that you guys want to see. But yeah, anyways, thank you so much for that amazing milestone. I will keep up the effort, and thank you for all of the support. But here you can see that I'm now working on the interior. The exterior actually didn't take that long, surprisingly. I think it's because when I do renovations, I don't have to build anything from scratch, so it's a lot easier and a lot quicker. So I definitely put most of my effort into the landscaping, and I'm super happy with how the landscaping turned out. But on the interior, you will see that it is somewhat not my usual style of building, and that's because we are in Sulani, and something about island living in Sulani just makes me want to use color. And you guys know that I'm not super into color. I love, you know, a good modern, neutral, contemporary farmhouse vibe. But in this build, I just went all out with the color. So the family I had in mind obviously is very kind of eclectic. You know, you have to be a certain type of way to want to live on an island underneath a volcano, if you know what I mean. So I kind of got inspired by these curtains. So I think these curtains are from movie hangout stuff, if I'm not mistaken. So as soon as I saw these curtains, that kind of triggered my inspiration for this whole interior. So I saw how beautiful and how colorful the curtains were and the patterns and all of that stuff, and I was like, okay, so I'm not going to do my typical neutral interior, especially since you look at the exterior and it's like colorful landscaping, a bright blue home with a green roof. They're not going to have a neutral white and black interior. They're going to have something just as loud and colorful and fun. So I kind of went along with that, and it's not usually what I do, but I kind of love it, especially this little girl's bedroom. I'm like living for it. So here is kind of like the master bedroom, and I made it very open concept, very airy, very breezy. I used those island living windows that don't really have like glass in them. It's very breezy. Yeah, that's the right word. So the master bedroom, I kind of went for like a blue theme. So you can see I used the island living bed with that cool like blue and turquoise and orange color swatches, and then I went for some blue curtains, and then I went for these like city living end tables that kind of look like suitcases or like luggages all stacked on top of each other. I think it's so cute and kind of goes with the whole theme of like this family packed up their stuff from like the city and just moved to this island to live, and now they kind of have like a eclectic vibe to them. And then I used that nice rug from Tiny Living. It all just kind of like went together very nicely, and they're all really colorful items that I usually maybe wouldn't use, but because of the storyline and because of the environment that this build was in, it really made me, it was just inspiring, you guys. I don't really know. Sometimes I get into these phases where I want to make really colorful stuff, and that's, I think, why I loved the island living era so much, is because all of our builds, all of our speed builds were so colorful, and all of the thumbnails, if you go back and like look at the island living thumbnails, they're always so colorful and blue and bright, and like I love that. But yeah, so anyways, here I'm still working on the master bedroom, just giving them a nice little dresser from the island living pack. You might also notice that I didn't give any of the bedrooms doors. They just have like these archways and stuff, so you might be a little bit like, that might not be preferential for you. You might want to add walls, and that's totally okay. I just wanted to go along with the whole very open, airy theme. I do end up putting like a little wall divider and a curtain there to kind of simulate or like illustrate the fact that maybe you could actually close that off completely with the curtain, but obviously I can't actually close it off because the Sims need to enter the room. But that's kind of like the idea I was going for, is there are no like walls. It was all just very DIY. They kind of just like put a little wall divider up and a curtain instead of building a wall and a door. And I do think that it makes the light in the house kind of go through and shine through a little bit better when there's no like closed off rooms. So I really, really, really love how the sunlight hits all of the bedrooms and all of the rooms in this home. And yeah, it's so fun to look at as I'm watching this footage back and seeing how colorful and fun it is and how it all kind of goes together. Really just makes me happy. And now you can see we are working on the little girl's room, and I am obsessed with this room. I just love, my favorite color is pink, by the way, so, which is weird because you'd think my favorite color is like black or something, because I only wear black and all of my furnishings are always neutral and stuff, but my favorite color is actually pink. And I just love how the curtains and that beautiful bed go together. And then I saw that city living end table with the colors and the mirrors on top, and I just thought that it went with the whole like eclectic theme so well. And I just like how the purple really, really matches, and it's so pretty. If I were into living on an island, and if I were like a beachy island girl, I would totally love this room. Unfortunately, I'm totally a city girl, and I wouldn't want to live in nature like that, but if I did like that, I would definitely want this room. It's so cute. It's very small, but because I didn't close off the wall, because it is just like that archway, it still feels very open and feels like there's enough space to walk around. If you did close off that wall, it would definitely feel a lot more cramped. So that's why I like how I went with the kind of wall divider and curtain method, and instead of actually closing it off. And I really like how when you are in live mode and stuff and you're looking from the Sims perspective, you can kind of see through to the room because the wall divider is kind of not completely opaque, if you know what I mean. So it is very breezy, very airy, very open concept. So you guys know that's what I love. I love a good open concept feel. So here you can see I'm pretty much done with the bedroom. So there's only 2 bedrooms, but I really like how much detail I put into them and how colorful they are, and they're functional, they're colorful, and they just make me happy. Island living just makes me so happy, you guys. I think it's definitely my favorite pack ever. Is it? I don't really know. I feel like for the value that you get, island living is definitely a great one. You get a new world, you get beach lots, you get a lot of nice, cohesive, neutral, and colorful furniture. You get mermaids. It's just like an all-around great pack that I think you'll love if you like gameplay or if you like building. I mean, you really can't go wrong with island living. In terms of like furniture, I've been really, really loving the Parenthood pack. I just recently got that one when I got all of the packs, and that one I can definitely tell that I am reaching for those items a ton. And surprisingly, in this build, I think I used a lot of movie hangout stuff. Is that what I used? I can't really remember. I need to like go through the items in a little bit more detail and be a little bit more conscious of what I'm using, but I think movie hangout stuff is one that I also really love. It seems like they have a lot of cool different items that are really usable. But yeah, here you can see I am doing the kind of main living space, so it is kind of like a kitchen to living room and dining room space, all open concept like that. It's not a huge space, but considering it's only a family of 3, it's definitely enough space for them to get by and be comfortable. So I was so tempted to go for the normal kind of neutral island living countertops, and then I was like, no, I need to remember that I'm doing a colorful themed home. So I actually went for the countertops with the turquoise or the aqua blue top. So I don't think I've ever used those before. They're definitely like, you need to be going for a colorful vibe to use those like tastefully, in my opinion. So I'm glad that I was able to use them in this build, because I don't think I would ever have the opportunity to use them otherwise, but I think they go with it because the whole interior is just colorful. Yeah, I mean, I like it. At the end, you guys need to let me know again, since this is Love It or List It, let me know whether or not we should love or list this renovation. Is it too much color for you guys, or is it the right amount of color, or does it all go together? Do they clash? Let me know what you guys think. As per usual, you guys have control as to if we like it or not. It's definitely a lot. Like, I'll be the first to admit it's a lot of color, but I don't know, it just makes me happy, and I do like how it turns out for some reason. Even though I didn't stick to one specific color, I think in each room I kind of stuck to one kind of color scheme. Like in the kids' bedroom, I stuck to kind of like the pinks and the purples. In the master bedroom, I stuck to more of like the blues, and then in the kitchen, I also went for kind of like a bluey greeny color scheme. So even though it's colorful across the board, I feel like I kind of tried to keep it somewhat consistent on a per room basis. So, but you guys need to let me know what you guys think of it. But I also had a lot of fun using and placing a lot of different plants in this build, because I feel like this family would definitely like have a large variety of different plants and pots and stuff like that. And I also had a lot of fun putting a bunch of clutter on the shelves and just a bunch of like artifacts and vases and stuff like that, because I don't know, I just feel like that's what this family would like. They would like kind of collecting stuff and going on little excavations and going to the market and like buying these cute things like that. So yeah, definitely really love that. Those island living shelves are honestly one of my favorites because it's a shelf that didn't come pre-decorated. You know how most of the bookshelves and most of the shelves come with like books and stuff already on it and decorations already on it. So a lot of the times I love that because then you don't have to put your own stuff on it. But in this case, I like it because then you can really customize it and put whatever you want. Like, you can kind of tell the family story yourself and put your own decorations on it. Because sometimes they'll have like books and stuff, that decor that doesn't really go with what you're trying to go for, but those ones are empty, so you can kind of tell your own story. So I really definitely love that. But you can see we are pretty much done with that main area. It is super just like busy and colorful. I mean, how many times have I said the word colorful in this voiceover? I'm not really sure, but I personally think it's just super fun, and it definitely just goes with the family. But again, I don't know what you guys are gonna think of it because it is so out of my usual comfort zone, and I feel like if you guys are subscribed to me, maybe it's because you like seeing my specific style, and my style is usually pretty like modern and neutral, so this might be kind of a lot for you, but hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully you guys like me kind of experimenting with different decor styles and different things, because I definitely had a lot of fun doing this one. But pretty much we are almost done. I'm just adding some finishing touches here and there. I end up adding a photograph display in the kids' bedroom, her and all her friends or something, and I think that's super cute. But yeah, besides that, the build is pretty much done. I was gonna make this a tiny home, but then I couldn't get it under 100 tiles. So if you want to like delete the patio or something, I'm sure you could actually get it to qualify as a tiny home. But I don't really mind because I love how it turned out regardless. But the build is pretty much coming to an end, just adding some finishing touches like I said. So I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's so different and so colorful, but I don't know, it just makes me happy, and I hope that it made you guys happy too. Let me know if you guys would live in this home, or if you guys would move your sim family into this home. And of course, most of all, let me know if you guys would love or list this renovation. Do you think it looks better than what it used to look like? I mean, let's be honest here. We can't dispute that it doesn't look better than what it used to look like, because the before was just like an abandoned shack. It was lopsided, it was dark, it was dreary, and it wasn't it. But now it's a little bit more lively, a little bit more fun, has a little bit more personality. But of course, you guys have to give your comments and feedback down below. But besides that, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much for 20,000 subscribers. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up and leave a comment down below whether or not you would love or list this renovation. And if this is our first time meeting, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to be friends, or if you want to see more Sims 4 videos. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye everybody!